Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Chat GTM podcast. It's Michael Beck and Chad Horn reporting to you live here from the 2026 MURTEC event at the beautiful Caesars Palace Resort and Casino. And we are blessed to be here with the queen of the show herself. Sorry, Abby. That's a title you didn't give me. Abigail Leonard. She is the head of hospitality technology. She is also the co-founder of the Restaurant Technology Network.
That's right.
She is in love with standards, making the world a better place for tech and people that are operating in the tech and restaurant and hospitality space. Abby, how are you doing?
That is fair. I am doing great.
She had to talk to me.
I am doing great. Night one of MURTEC after a really fantastic afternoon.
Yeah.
And exhibit hall just popped open and we're getting it started. And yeah, we're great.
I love it because it feels different this year. It feels like a busy city. Right?
Yeah.
Every aisle is filled with people. There's people bustling around. In fact, if you're listening in the background and I haven't got out post-edit,
live music.
There's a lot of people talking. This is a lively environment. So, Abby, what's different? Can I call you Abby on here?
Yeah,
Such
sure.
official name.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're friends.
All right, cool. So what's different this year with MURTEC compared to the last couple of years?
Yeah. Well, listen, we took a really hard look at just from an operations perspective, some of the elements that make it easier for people to connect and find each other.
Yeah.
And we took such a serious look at it that we actually made it the theme of this year's conference. MURTEC's theme is connect. Now, we're obviously in the technology space. We're talking about connect, and there's a lot of meaning to that. We could be talking about how do you connect with your guests?
Sure.
How do you connect with your teams? How do you connect when you come to an experience like MURTEC? And
how do you integrate technology?
How do you integrate technology? How do you make that technology connect? How do vendors connect? I mean, it's so ubiquitous in what we're doing in this space and what we're doing at the show. But with respect to how it really affects MURTEC 2026. We made some really intentional strategic changes to the experience this year. One of them is that we focused the exhibit floor hours to make it easier for the exhibitors in the morning tomorrow when normally they would be at their booths. No, don't go to your booths. Go directly to the sessions and hang out with the restaurant operators and listen to the sessions. The exhibit hall will open at noon at lunchtime tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Making it for better focused traffic.
I love that. In fact, we have a story. I won't say names because we don't want to cast any shade. But there's another event earlier last year that had a start time for the show floor 7 a.m.
People already know.
Oh my God! Yeah, sorry, this is a bad start time. Right? Yeah.
That's a tough start time. That is even when you've like maybe earned an extra hour back with daylight savings hours.
Yes, or you're on the East Coast having traveled there from the West Coast.
That's a tough start time. Yeah. So we've also added tours of the MURTEC exhibit hall this year.
Okay.
We love this idea because we get it. Restaurant operators do not want to come and walk around the show floor and feel like they're getting henpecked to death.
Yep.
But they are here to shop for solutions, and there is some safety in numbers.
Yes.
So small group tours, folks can sign up for a tour. They can walk around the show floor in those groups. Tours are structured by category of interest.
Okay.
So you want to learn about point of sale and commerce, we have a tour for that, right? You want to learn about infrastructure and back office, we have a tour for that. They're led by guides, and they take attendees to 5 to 6 of the exhibitors that are here in that category, just to help make it a little bit easier to find folks you want to spend time with and come back and have another meeting. So that's just another example of some of the changes that we've made to really focus on connection.
Curating that experience.
Exactly.
Chet?
Well, on this theme, I want to talk about day 3.
Day 3, yes.
That's the thing I heard the most about over the last few months. So tell us about day 3.
Day 3 is now its own, in a very Shakespearean fashion. It's an event within an event.
Yes.
So
how meta.
It is the AI Summit at MURTEC.
Okay.
We absolutely love this idea, and I want to start with where did the concept come from?
Yeah.
So we were chatting last fall with our friends at Signal Flare.
Yeah, Mike Lukinoff for those guys.
Mike Lukinoff and Tammy Billings, and we were talking about how, and we just heard it said in tonight's opening featured session, there is so much that people who are really smart, savvy people still don't know about how to use AI.
Yeah.
There's some fundamental training that's critical. And it's a pretty gray area, right?
Yeah.
We have some who've already rolled out their own AI recommendation engine, like Dine Brands, and I'm going to be interviewing their acting CIO tomorrow to talk more about that. But there are others whose teams are still realizing that they can't put sensitive information on ChatGPT, right? So there's a ton of education that needs to be had.
Right.
It needs to be had really quickly. It needs to be had not only with IT leaders, but with line of business executives
100%.
in non-IT roles. So we've built the AI Summit to be that foundational education, technology, and their line of business partners going to come and hang out with us all day on Wednesday. In the morning, we're going to spend the morning on that foundational stuff. So let's just start with definitions, right?
Okay.
Let's start with breaking down definitions. Let's talk about how to clean data, and let's talk about it in a way that is manageable and bite-sized. Let's talk about knowledge bases and how to build one.
Yeah.
It's actually a little easier than you might think. Let's talk about securing AI and why it's different from regular security. So there's a lot of really solid foundational information that's going to go on in the morning. And then in the afternoon, it's operator case studies after operator case studies, sharing their experiences.
Yep.
They're all going to talk about what did they want to do with AI? Why did they want to roll out an AI solution? What was the messy middle like as they were getting involved in that? What were the lessons that they've learned that they can share with others in the room? And what do they now know about choosing an AI partner that they can help others in the room make smart choices about choosing AI partners, right? Because everybody, even all the beloved exhibitors here, everybody's got an AI application. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right fit for that restaurant at that moment in time. So how do you find that? Right. And so that's really where we're going to focus with our case studies in the afternoon tomorrow.
I even saw on the agenda about making a digital twin, which is something that we've adopted early on too.
Yeah.
How do you move faster with your writing? How do you move faster with the things that are native to who you are?
Yeah. And
Absolutely
it was actually a marketing executive, the chief marketing officer of Capriati Sandwich Works, who did that, had that experience. And she's going to share how she built her own AI digital twin to help to absolutely follow her around in her day and help her become more efficient.
I love it.
Yeah.
So one of my old favorites of MURTEC is the Startup Valley.
Yes.
Right. And that still seems to be a crown jewel of what you're doing here. And I've always loved the fact that you're giving access to the companies that might not have the bucks yet to be on the floor, but have the chops and something cool to offer the world. Tell us a little bit about Startup Valley this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So Startup Valley, we absolutely treasure this experience because it starts before you get to MURTEC with a submission process.
Yeah.
We get quite a few companies that self-nominate or partners who nominate them. And I think what's really important to know about Startup Valley is that even just the 15 who have made it here have already been juried in. So all of these submissions, they were evaluated and juried in, and the 15 strongest hopefuls, the semifinalists, are the ones who have earned by their incredible ingenuity and the relevancy of their solution, have earned a spot to be here at MURTEC. Then the judges will walk the show floor. They did that this morning. They walked through and evaluated the 15 hopefuls, and it is their task, and it's not an easy one, to narrow the 15 down into 3 who they think have the most promise, the most potential relevancy. They solve a real world problem, not just an incredible idea, but it's actually feasible and solving real world.
Is there utility?
Is there utility?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they have had the hard task to narrow that down into the top 3, and we'll announce the top 3 live at MURTEC tomorrow and do our big finale where the top 3 will take the stage and they will pitch the room, and the room at MURTEC will vote and crown the winner.
Awesome. Who are our judges this year?
We have some great judges. We have Brian Pearson from Mendocino.
Boom.
We have Anthony Mejia.
Zippies? Yep,
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we have Brian Myers. We're going to have to add Brian.
I will voice that over him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian. We'll figure it out. She's been busy setting stuff up. This is the moment she's been waiting for.
And I just spaced on that.
That's all right. I do it all day. This is called being over 40. So, Chad, I know you got a couple more questions because Abby's got to go here in a minute.
I want to go back to where I was thinking when we started this, which was from a journey perspective, leading into the show, planning it, getting ready. Now we're live. Where are we now on the emotional aspect of the journey? What's the emotional state relative to what's come before and what you anticipate?
My emotional state?
And that of the team.
Yeah. Well, honestly, once you're here, you're pressing play.
Yeah.
Right. I was actually talking to a team member yesterday, and we were talking about some of the things that we're going to work on completely unrelated to MURTEC when we're all back at the ranch.
Yeah. Yep.
And I said, now that MURTEC is in the rear view, and they were like, it's like the night before MURTEC. It's not in the rear view.
Right.
But it goes to show you, the reason I say that is because so much of the work is in the run-up.
Yeah.
All of the months and months, honestly, like nearly a full year of planning is in the run-up.
Right.
And then when we get here, we just press play. We're like in the toboggan, in the sled, and it's going.
It's Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
All that prep and all that getting ready and all the shopping, all the cooking to just.
Yeah. So it's exciting. Like, I'm excited to see all the folks walking around, to see the energy, to see the vibe. It's really great to see that going on. I'm excited for an incredible day of content all day tomorrow, and for the AI Summit. I would say I'm feeling just like the elation that comes with being at this point in the program. Yeah.
I'm going to say it. There's a different vibe this year. There's a different vibe. It feels really good. There's a lot of good energy. I mean, I've been to the shows before, but you can always notice that little bit of difference. It's really, you can feel it here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people came to MURTEC to connect.
Yes. The word's going to pop on the screen. I'm going to find a graphic that goes up there. So in closing, last thought before we let you go. Break the myth about MURTEC for us, that people think. What do you think MURTEC is or isn't? Or bust a myth about RTN? Give me one myth bust out of this conversation.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
A myth bust.
Yeah. Dispel a misconception.
I'll tell you, a lot of people actually think that you have to be an RTN member to come to MURTEC, to exhibit at MURTEC. And that is not. And
I was a victim of that myth. I was a victim of that myth.
It is not and has never been the case. So I want to go on record and bust the myth to say, you do not have to be an RTN member to come to MURTEC. You never had to be an RTN member. Now, RTN members do get special perks. Sure. As well, they should, right? There are some benefits to being an RTN member when you do come and participate as an exhibitor at MURTEC. But we see MURTEC as an incredible way to educate non-members about what RTN is doing, about the standards initiative, about getting involved, right? We're going to run an RTN collaborative session tomorrow afternoon, and we want everybody to come and have a voice in helping us create what those work groups are, what the next iteration of work groups and standards are going to be, whether you're a member or not. We want those folks in the room for that. So I think that was a misconception.
I think that's a great myth to bust. That is awesome.
And it is not the case that you have to be a member. We want everybody at MURTEC, and we want to open the doors and make it as easy as possible for people to create and adopt standards.
That said, it is a great organization.
Awesome.
There was a AI webinar not long ago, and that was very well attended and received.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Yeah, Abby, thank you so much for giving us the time here.
My pleasure.
Literally, I was one of those people that thought you had to be part of RTN.
I get it. Well, I know. I'm glad to have busted that myth.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is why we do this.
Love it.
Last part, of all your keynote speakers, the people who are here, and I know you can't say who you're most jacked about, but who comes to mind, the ones that you know, if you were attending for the first time, they go, you've really got to see this.
Okay, so tomorrow's keynote is Sol Rashidi, who is one of the most absolutely world's foremost subject matter experts on AI.
Oh,
she was the first AI chief AI officer at an organization. She has launched across multiple Fortune 500s, like hundreds of AI applications in successful deployment, and she's going to take the stage tomorrow to really help break down the business case of this, to help organizations start to think about, just because you can solve a problem with AI doesn't mean you should. Sure. How do you start to go from concept to practical rollout? Yeah. So I 100% would recommend Sol Rashidi's session. I'm stoked and honored to be interviewing Chris Padilla, the acting CIO of Dine Brands tomorrow. Yeah. That is such an honor. We've been following the Dine Brands story for several years now because they made a commitment 5 or 6 years ago to triple their investment in technology. And they have done that. And since that time, they've rolled out their own AI personalization recommendation engine. Wow. So we're going to talk to Chris tomorrow to understand their messy middle, right? And what that experience was like. So I'm really excited about that one. And for sure, please come to the RTN collaborative working session, because that's where the standards work will start. And we'll figure out what the next wave of standardization is that the industry needs.
That's awesome. And last year, one of our good friends, Christopher Seeds, received your Lifetime Achievement Award. And I love the company we keep. One of our friends is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award this year, which means we're getting old. Ron Krupp.
Yeah. Right? Oh my gosh. Listen, it's going to be, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard not to get choked up to call Ron to the stage. He's a personal dear friend and just an absolutely incredible human being, and also a whip smart technologist who has done so much for this industry.
And a great recommender of hotels to stay at, we found out too.
Yeah, he's and a true humanitarian. I mean, it's really, it's an honor to have him as a part of MURTEC, and an honor to acknowledge him with a Lifetime Achievement Award. So we're really excited about that. We have an incredible awards program recognizing top women in the restaurant technology industry.
This is the month for it, right?
This is the month for it. Yeah, we just had the International Women's Day.
Yep.
perfect window of time to be honoring top women, rising stars, lifetime achievement award winners in our top women program. So it's a great awards program tomorrow. I mean, we're going to be busy.
Wow.
This is great that you guys managed to find me on the show for tonight because
that's my superpower. This is called Forrest Gumping. We should not logically have her on the show right now. Well, with that in mind, Abby, thank you for spending time with us. We know if you're here with us, you're not here with everybody else. So we value this so much. We'll make sure we get the word out about RTN, about MURTEC, about the show, about the AI Summit as well. All those things. He's pinned.
You're wearing your pin. I love it. My pin is on my badge because I don't want to put holes in my clothes. No. But I love the pin.
And it's right in your heart, too, right? This is your show.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a stellar event. It's already off to a great start. And for now, this is Inktank GTM signing off here from the MURTEC show floor. We'll see you a little bit with more content, more startups, more technology, and more connecting here at the event.
Ooh, there you go.
There we go. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.
Thank you.